Good. All right, what's up, guys? We'll give this a second. Get a few people in here, and then we'll start telling you about this little girl here. This is Jazzy. Anybody in here yet?
No.
No. We'll give it a minute. We want you guys to check her out. She needs some help, and we're here to get it for her. We're going to need the community's help as well. Anybody in here yet?
No.
When somebody is in here, go ahead and give a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Let us know that you are present. Might be real laggy too.
Eld Cool said Seattle in the house. You got 3 people watching and 2 thumbs up.
All right, what's going on, guys? All right, so real quick, let us know if the video is clear and the audio is clear before I start talking about her.
4.
Audio clear? Somebody let us know. Just say yes, loud and clear, or whatever. I don't want to start talking if nobody can hear me. All right. Well, I'm gonna start if nobody.
Loud and clear. Eld Cool said. He also said we spoke on the phone a couple years ago. You good to talk?
Okay. All right. So we were driving today. Me and Grace were driving today about 3 hours ago, and we were going to train a Rottweiler puppy or evaluate one for a board and train that we have coming up. We were getting off the freeway, and this little girl right here came running across the off-ramp. She was running across the off-ramp, very scared, clearly very malnourished, and we immediately pulled over and knew we had to help. Animal control came. Another passerby called animal control while we were trying to catch her. They pulled up. They apparently seen her yesterday as well, tied up to a guardrail. They went to go try and catch her, and they were unable to. She slipped out of their lead and got away, and so thank God we were getting off the exit when we were. We're going to take this dog in. We just got back from the vet with her, and everything checked out pretty well. She's got some worms, but we're treating the worms. Other than that, she's severely underweight, and she's very, very shy right now, which is understandable completely, coming from the situation she just came from. We're thinking, and there was a Cane Corso breeder at the vet, and everybody else at the vet seems to think this is a Cane Corso. She's definitely got Cane Corso in her. I think she's a Cane Corso lab mix, but she's so underweight it's really hard to tell what she's going to be once we get her a little bit bigger. We're putting together some videos that we're editing, but right now we just spent a good $600 on her just to get her looked over and just get all the immediate treatments she needed. We're not able to really come out of pocket for that right now, but we're not going to let this dog go either. If we have to, we will. We'd like to be able to break even. So when we do get her, we're going to get her trained, we're going to get her socialized, and I'm going to do that all completely free. But we are going to be reaching out to get her a new home. So if any of you guys would like to inquire about this dog, or if you know anybody that might be interested in this dog, a rescue, we're not completely sure on breed, but she definitely has some Cane Corso in her. She's looking to me for some guidance already. Like I said, I've only had her a couple hours, and when we did catch her, she tried really. She was not a fan of us. So this right here already, building some trust to be able to get her to walk with me on a leash is huge. Especially in the first hour, she was not having any of it. Can you see me a whole lot here? Can you see her, the whole big picture?
Yep.
All right. So as you can see here, she's already stiffening up. She doesn't know anything. I'm not sure her background. She was definitely abused, and she was definitely starved. She was eating the wildlife off the side of the freeway there. But we're asking you guys to come together. We don't have a GoFundMe or anything up yet, but we'd like to be able to break even with the expenses we're going to be putting into her. And I'm going to train her completely for free, and we'd just like to get her a good home, guys. I don't understand how people can live with themselves doing something like this to a dog, but she's here, she's in the right place, and I know we're going to find the right home. It's just we need you guys to see her to be able to do that. Anybody saying anything yet?
Pete Rubino said, "Good looking out. You're a nice guy."
I appreciate it, Pete. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna be trying to set up a GoFundMe or something of that nature. We'll probably be posting it in the Ride or Die Canines Facebook group. So if you guys aren't a member there and you'd like to help, any amount counts.
Yeah. Oh, and Pete Rubino donated $5.
Okay, I guess you can donate right to the channel. Okay, thank you, Pete. I appreciate that. If you guys are willing to donate anything from $1 to whatever you can spend, none of this is going in our pocket. This is all going right back into her so that we can get her up to speed, healthy, and in a position where she can be rehomed. We think we can have her turned around in just a few short weeks because we're going to be putting all our energy and effort into her. We canceled board and train that we had planned just because of this situation that arose. You guys know I'm a dog lover. It's just not about the bullies or breeding or having puppies or anything like that. We don't want to make any money off of her. We just want to make sure that this dog is going to live a good life. We don't want to have to take her to the pound, and we don't want to have to have her, just back to the streets.
Yeah, we didn't feel comfortable taking her out of the pound because she was so afraid. We didn't know if she would be considered adoptable.
Yep. She does have a crop tail there. Here, I'll start walking around a little bit here. Good girl. You can see she's not disobedient. When we went to put her in the cage, she was really comfortable with that right away. She went right into the cage. That's definitely her safe place. But if you're looking at her paws, she's not going to let me touch her yet because she's just not that comfortable with me. But her paws indicate that she's probably lived most of her life in a cage. As you can see, her right above her ankles are just real bent up. So she probably has had a lot of time in the cage and not much else. So we're here to show her how to live the way a dog's supposed to live. Get this stuff out of here. We didn't plan any of this, guys, so sorry about the mess here. But we're going to try to do things to build her confidence over the next few days. I'm not going to require anything out of her except trying to build some trust. And you guys know, with a lot of fearful dogs, the quickest thing you can do to really build the dog like her's confidence back up is getting them elevated. I don't know why it works, but it takes their confidence from down here to up here real quick. So we're going to get her on an elevated surface. Try and get her up on this table. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. You can already see that tail came a little bit untucked right there, right when she got up. So now when I release her, yes, good girl. A few more times of that, you can already see the tongue starting to hang, her body posture starting to loosen up a little bit. That tenseness that she was showing a minute ago is already dissipating quite a bit. Good girl. And if she didn't trust me, guys, she wouldn't be doing this right now. Because when I tried to get her to do anything, when we got her into the vet, we had to actually drag her in there. She just locked up, wasn't doing any of it. And now check her out. That tail is not tucked. I'll try and turn her towards me. Come here, Mama. Yes. Check out the tail. It's tucking a little bit now. Just a little unsure. Yeah, that's sweet. Good girl, good girl. Very sweet girl, guys. Got to be under a year old. We're not sure exactly how old she is. We can't exactly open her mouth up to get a look at her teeth yet, because we want to earn that trust. We don't want to cross her boundaries and break that trust that she's going to give us. Because she was really, really crossed by human beings so early on in life that we just have to spend the next few weeks showing her that the only thing that she gets out of human beings is love, affection, and positive reinforcement. Good girl. We renamed her Jazzy, and that doesn't have to be her name forever, but we think it fits her. Good girl, good girl. She's already taken food from us, which is huge in a dog this skittish. And what that tells me right off the rip, the fact that she's getting so comfortable so quickly, guys, and that she's fear reactive when you corner her. Like when we had her, she was up against a fence post on the side of the freeway. She was not a fan of us. I completely get it. I don't classify that as aggression at all. But if I thought this shyness and this fearness was any bit of genetic, she would not be able, from her genetics, she would not be able to loosen up to me the way she is. I think she was just a misunderstood dog. Somebody got an animal and they had no business or no idea what they were doing. And I think she's completely able to be saved. I'm not going to be doing much other than what I'm doing right now. And I'm going to keep her on a leash every time I'm with her. And instead of trying to beg and force her to give me affection, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take her favorite treats and her food. And every time she comes near me, I'm going to drop some down there. And I'm going to start to build our bond that way. And then we're going to start using the clicker as she advances with the clicker and starts to get a grasp on what we're asking her with that. I'm going to use the e-collar to really bring her confidence out, because that's where it works the best on dogs like this, believe it or not. So I think as soon as we start doing that, you guys are going to see a whole new dog. And I think somebody's going to have an amazing pet when they get a hold of this girl. We're going to guarantee our results with the training, and we're not going to take a penny for it. Come on. She's already letting me get a lot closer. Anybody asking any questions about her yet?
No, there aren't a lot of people like on
Tuned
right
in
now.
yet?
Yeah.
That's okay. They'll see this afterwards. It's the middle of the day. Like I said, this was unplanned.
Yeah, we didn't
But,
pre-announce it.
We're going to need your guys' help to give her the best experience we can and make sure she has the greatest chances for success in life. But we hate to see her so malnourished. You know, if this is a Cane Corso and she is about a year old, she should be at least double this weight right now. The fact that her ribs are hanging out the way they are, it's just sickening. I don't know how people live with themselves doing stuff like this. It's sad. But you know, it's a blessing in disguise, because now she's with us.
Pete Rubino said that he can't wait to see the before and after.
Yeah, me neither. This is before. We're not happy right now. But we put everything on hold. We put our board and train program on hold. And this is priority number one to us right now. So if you guys are interested in her, give us a call. She smells like a farm animal at the moment, so we're going to get off here. We're going to go ahead and give her a bath and start getting things moving with her and start this relationship.
With her being so nervous, would another dog help? Cassandra asked.
Cassandra, I'm glad you asked that. Yes, I do think bringing a dog like Royce around her, because he's so neutral and so laid back, I doubt she has any dog issues in the first place, because we brought her to the vet. There were several dogs there. She was completely unreactive to any of those dogs. And we just walked her past the kennels here. We had 3 dogs barking as soon as we rolled in, just because it's a new dog that we're walking in with. And she shows zero reactivity with that. So once we get her hookworms taken care of, I'm going to start bringing Royce, because he's so neutral, and I'm going to start walking them together, because just like with Phoebe, him putting his guard down lets her know that she can have a reason to put her guard down too, and I think he'll do a lot of that work for me. So yeah, absolutely, great question.
Kevin Luis said, "So sad you guys are good people. Thank you for doing what you're doing." And Esther Hall
Thank you, guys.
said,
Thanks, guys.
"Glad to see you guys back on YouTube."
I appreciate it, Esther. Esther's definitely a long-time supporter. I believe so is Lewis. But yeah, this is what we got. I mean, I don't know if it makes us good people or not, but this is the right thing to do. I mean, we stopped the very second we seen her. So if one of our dogs got out, ran away, and ended up in her position, I'd hope somebody driving by would do the same thing. We know that's not always the case, but this is what we do. If we drove by, then we would be definitely in the wrong business.
Pete Rubino said, "Yes, you are good people." Thank you, Pete.
Appreciate it, Pete. So thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be making a few more of these as time goes on, because it is urgent that we get her in the right home, and as quick as possible, so that, you know, I think she's going to start bonding with me and Grace a lot over these next few weeks, but I don't want to have her become so dependent on us that it causes another mental obstacle when she gets home with the people that are waiting for her to love her forever. So we'd really like to get the new owners, wherever they are out there, on board with this as soon as possible. She wouldn't be going home until her weight's back up, until she gets a whole certificate of health, and until her training's complete. But if we could start building that relationship with the individual or individuals that are interested in her, the sooner the better. So go ahead and call me if you didn't get that number. It's 440-231-2334. All right, guys, thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.